Hello, everyone. Welcome to Whispers of Time, a place where unforgettable lives, hidden struggles, and powerful journeys come together through stories that inspire, teach, and echo across generations. Today, we talk about Rihanna, her life, her rise, her struggles, and the fearless legacy she continues to build. Rihanna's life story is one of resilience, reinvention, and fearless self-expression, shaped by hardship and transformed into global influence. Born Robin Rihanna Fenty on February 20th, 1988, in St. Michael, Barbados, she grew up far from the glamour and luxury that would later define her public image. Her childhood was marked by complexity rather than comfort. Rihanna was raised in Bridgetown, Barbados, in a modest household where music played a constant role, but stability did not. Her father, Ronald Fenty, struggled with addiction, which deeply affected the family environment. Arguments, tension, and emotional strain were a part of everyday life. And as a child, Rihanna learned early what it meant to grow up faster than expected. Her mother, Monica Braithwaite, worked tirelessly to provide for the family, becoming Rihanna's strongest source of emotional support and grounding. Watching her mother endure hardship with dignity left a lasting impression on Rihanna and shaped her understanding of strength and independence. Despite the turbulence at home, Rihanna found escape and expression through music. Reggae, hip-hop, dancehall, and R&B filled her world, reflecting the cultural heartbeat of Barbados. Artists like Bob Marley, Madonna, Whitney Houston, and Mariah Carey influenced her taste and imagination. Music was not just entertainment for Rihanna. It was a form of survival and self-definition. She sang constantly, often imagining a future far beyond the boundaries of her island life. At school, she was quiet but observant, known for her striking looks and calm confidence. Yet behind that calm exterior was a young girl carrying emotional weight, navigating family struggles while dreaming of something bigger. Rihanna's life changed dramatically when she was just 15 years old. In 2003, American music producer Evan Rogers visited Barbados for vacation and happened to hear Rihanna sing. He was immediately struck by her voice, presence, and raw potential. Unlike many discovery stories that feel exaggerated, this moment truly marked the turning point of her life. Rogers and his partner Carl Sturken helped Rihanna record demo tracks, which quickly attracted attention from major music executives. Within a short time, she traveled to the United States to audition for Def Jam recordings. That audition would become legendary. Jay-Z, then president of Def Jam, listened to her sing and signed her on the spot, reportedly refusing to let her leave the building until a deal was finalized. Rihanna was only 16 years old when she signed her first major record contract, leaving her home, family, and familiar world behind. Moving to the United States was both exciting and frightening. Rihanna suddenly found herself in an industry that demanded maturity, confidence, and discipline far beyond her years. She was no longer just a talented girl from Barbados. She was a product expected to succeed. Her debut album, Music of the Sun, released in 2005, introduced her Caribbean roots to a global audience. Songs like Pon de Replay became instant hits, establishing her as a fresh and energetic new voice in pop music. While the album was commercially successful, Rihanna was still finding her identity as an artist. She was learning the rules of the industry, understanding fame, and adapting to life under constant scrutiny. Her second album, A Girl Like Me, followed in 2006 and showed growth, confidence, and wider appeal. The hit single SOS became her first #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100, proving that she was not a one-hit wonder. Yet, even with rising success, Rihanna faced pressure to fit into a specific image. Early in her career, she was often styled as a sweet, approachable pop star, but internally she knew she was more complex. She wanted to evolve, take risks, and show different sides of herself. That desire for artistic freedom would soon define her career. In 2007, Rihanna released Good Girl Gone Bad, an album that transformed her public image and solidified her place in pop history. With a sharper sound, bolder fashion choices, and a more confident attitude, Rihanna stepped into her power. The lead single Umbrella became a global phenomenon, topping charts worldwide and earning her first Grammy Award. The song was more than a hit. It was a statement. Rihanna was no longer just emerging talent. She was a star. This era marked the beginning of her reputation as an artist unafraid to reinvent herself. Each album that followed brought a new version of Rihanna, each one stronger and more daring than the last. However, while her professional life soared, her personal life faced intense challenges. In 2009, Rihanna experienced a deeply traumatic and widely publicized incident involving domestic violence. The event shocked the world and placed her at the center of intense media attention. For Rihanna, this moment was not just a headline. It was a deeply painful personal experience that forced her to confront vulnerability, fear, and public judgment all at once. The scrutiny was relentless, and opinions were often harsh and uninformed. Instead of retreating permanently, Rihanna chose to speak openly about her experience over time, becoming a symbol of survival rather than silence. Her honesty helped shift conversations around abuse, accountability, and healing, especially for young women who saw their own struggles reflected in hers. Artistically, this period influenced some of her darkest and most emotionally raw work. Albums like Rated R reflected pain, anger, and complexity. Rihanna no longer tried to present herself as perfect or polished. She embraced emotional honesty, even when it made people uncomfortable. Songs during this era explored themes of heartbreak, strength, and emotional conflict, showing listeners that vulnerability and power can coexist. Rather than weakening her career, this authenticity deepened her connection with fans around the world. As the years passed, Rihanna continued to dominate the music industry with album after album, each one different in sound and style. Loud, Talk That Talk, Unapologetic, and Anti showcased her versatility and refusal to be confined to one genre. She moved effortlessly between pop, R&B, hip-hop, dancehall, and experimental sounds. Anti, released in 2016, was particularly significant because it represented complete creative control. The album was unconventional, bold, and introspective, proving that Rihanna no longer needed to chase charts to prove her worth. She trusted her instincts, and audiences trusted her vision. Beyond music, Rihanna expanded her influence into fashion and beauty, redefining what it meant to be a celebrity entrepreneur. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty, a cosmetics brand that immediately disrupted the beauty industry. Rihanna insisted on inclusivity from the start, offering foundation shades for a wide range of skin tones that had long been ignored by mainstream brands. This decision was personal. Having experienced exclusion herself, Rihanna wanted others to feel seen and represented. Fenty Beauty was not just a business success. It became a cultural movement, forcing the entire industry to reconsider its standards. Her success continued with Savage X Fenty, a lingerie brand that challenged traditional beauty norms and celebrated diversity in body types, gender identities, and self-expression. Rihanna's fashion shows became events that blended music, performance, and activism, proving that style could be empowering rather than restrictive. Through these ventures, Rihanna showed that her influence extended far beyond entertainment. She was shaping culture, redefining beauty, and changing business standards on a global scale. Philanthropy has also played a significant role in Rihanna's life. She established the Clara Lionel Foundation, named after her grandparents, to support global education, emergency response programs, and healthcare initiatives. Rihanna's commitment to giving back reflects her deep connection to her roots and her awareness of global inequality. Despite her immense success, she has never distanced herself from her identity as a woman from a small island who understands struggle. Her humanitarian efforts have earned her recognition from global organizations and governments, further cementing her legacy as more than just a pop star. Rihanna's relationship with fame has always been complex. She has never chased perfection or tried to present herself as flawless. Instead, she has embraced contradiction, strength alongside softness, confidence alongside vulnerability. Her fashion choices, interviews, and public appearances reflect a woman comfortable in her own skin, unafraid of criticism. This authenticity is one of the reasons she resonates so deeply with fans. Rihanna represents freedom, self-acceptance, and evolution. She allows herself to change, and in doing so, gives others permission to do the same. In recent years, Rihanna has shifted her focus away from music releases, choosing to prioritize personal happiness, business growth, and family. While fans eagerly await new music, Rihanna has made it clear that she creates on her own terms. Her journey has taught her the value of balance, boundaries, and self-respect. Becoming a mother marked another profound chapter in her life, adding depth and perspective to her understanding of love, responsibility, and legacy. Motherhood did not replace her ambition. It expanded it, influencing how she views the future and her role in the world. Rihanna's story is not one of overnight success or effortless fame. It is a story shaped by hardship, courage, and relentless self-belief. From a young girl growing up in a troubled household in Barbados to one of the most influential women in the world, her journey reflects the power of resilience. She faced trauma without letting it define her, embraced creativity without fear, and built an empire without losing her authenticity. Rihanna's life proves that strength does not mean the absence of pain, but the ability to rise despite it. Today, Rihanna stands as a global icon whose impact goes far beyond chart-topping songs. She is a symbol of independence, inclusivity, and transformation. Her legacy is still unfolding, but one thing is certain. Rihanna has changed the cultural landscape by simply being unapologetically herself. Her life story continues to inspire millions, reminding the world that where you begin does not determine where you can go, and that true power lies in owning your story, your voice, and your truth.